best, you know. Hi guys, so I am back. I am like completely overwhelmed. I can't even say thank you enough to everyone that's watched my last video. It was up to like 68,000 or something. I don't know what it is right now, but it's overwhelming, you guys. Thank you so much. And like the love is just, it's so real. Anyway, it's the 1st of October, right? Yes, Halloween is coming. I figured let's talk about something spooky. But before I jump into that, look what I made, you guys. Korean cheese corn dogs. I followed a recipe. I will link that down below. I can't remember her name, and if I did, I would butcher it so badly. But what's these without the sriracha spicy ketchup? So I figure I'd just make that for you guys. Oh my god. That totally just like started pouring out and I caught it all. Anyway, you're gonna do equal parts ketchup and sriracha. Let's open this guy up. And this is gonna be for the spicy ketchup. I'm freaking ghetto and don't have those cool little squeeze bottles. So guess what I'm using? I'm using a bag. And then for the honey mustard, just whatever amount of mustard. And then you get some honey and you throw that in. Oh, this is so impromptu. I figured it would work. I think it'll work. We'll be good. And then squeeze it all on in here like that. I don't even know, you guys. Whatever. The hood in me is gonna make it work. And then you grab your nifty little skizzers and barely like nip. Oh yeah. And then throw that on there. Oops. Throw that on there like that. It's working. And then get your spicy ketchup. Cut the tip of that, just the tip. So alongside those homemade corn dogs, I have some black bean noodles. These are instant, but it came with like a packet that had like sauce in it. So it wasn't a powder, so I'm kind of excited to try these. I hope these are good. Mmm. Mm-hmm. Mmm. These are probably like the best ones I've had so far. Mmm. 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 Those are so yummy. Those ones are like more sweet. I really want to try this though, so let's just fucking dig it. Mm. Mm. Mm-hmm. You guys. I feel like I need to really get in here. There might not be any more cheese left. I don't know. Holy shit. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That was the last of the cheese. Mmm. The dough, it's a thicker dough. And it's like a donut almost. Oh. Mmm. It's really fluffy. I'm trying not to kill myself. Just trying not to shut. Whoop. If you guys have not tried these, there's something about that sugar on top that like makes it everything. And then the panko crumbs to give it that extra like crunch. This shits on an American hot dog. Like absolutely destroys its butthole. Mmm. You guys have to make this. Mmm. Because pickled radish is life. It's so crispy, crunchy. And like sweet. This one's gonna be too sweet, I think. Because like I said, I didn't let it cool down and like kind of absorb on the paper towel first before I dunked it in the sugar. Ow, I bit my cheek. Let's see if there's a cheese pull on this one. Whoops. Nothing is better in life than eating shit for the first time and tasting it. And if it's like really delicious and amazing, like you can't recreate that epic moment. I think that's the best part of all of this. Is getting those epic moments. Go back to the noodles. You guys, this meal though, I'm gonna be set for the whole day. Probably not, but I'll make you guys think I am. Anyway, Halloween's coming up. What are you guys gonna be? I wanna hear all about it because Halloween, if you don't know, is one of my favorite holidays. I love everything gore and all of that. I follow all those crazy accounts on Instagram, all the death and morbid and love all that crap. I'm a horror movie buff. I've literally watched every single horror movie in the entire world. I'm being dramatic. Probably not, but I've watched a lot. And I'm more of a gore horror person. I'm not really a supernatural person. And if you didn't know there was a difference, there's a difference. I talk about it with my friends all the time. Like, what kind of scary scares you? Am I kind of scary? That scares me is shit that can actually happen. I mean, supernatural can happen too, but like going crazy, I think, is what one of my triggers is that like freaks me out. Is like just a normal person all of a sudden like snapping or doing like serial killer tendencies or just becoming a serial killer. Like, that shit wild. That shit's wild. And my baby daddy is a horror buff too, but he's like the supernatural, like possessed, that kind of stuff scares him. Which it is true, it's very scary. That can absolutely, I believe, can happen to someone. But I feel like it's more prone to happen to people who already believe that kind of stuff too strongly. And they like invite it in and like let it in, you know? Me, on the other hand, I don't really think about that stuff all the time. So I think I'm like gonna be okay. I don't know that I'll ever get possessed or anything. We'll see. But yeah, so I like the gory kind of movies. However, some supernatural crap has happened to me. And it was like not too long ago. I was, excuse me. I was watching a Poppin' Cookin' instructional video, because you know how if you're aware with the Poppin' Cookin' candy kits, I got it for my daughter, but we couldn't read it. So I looked on Erykah.Eats, or Emmy Made in Japan. Anyway, one of her channels, she had the Poppin' Cookin' kit and we followed along to it. And it was probably like at 5 at night or something. And then after we were done, I closed the laptop because we had it on the kitchen table. I closed the laptop, and I'm kind of weird. I don't like things to get spilled on the laptop. So I close it, you know, and whatever, went to bed, like got ready for bed and all that. And I'm in my room and I'm with my baby dad, and sorry, all of a sudden, we leave our door open, and all of a sudden I just heard someone talking. You know, like when you see light in a dark room, like some sort of TV or a screen, you could tell a screen was on. And I was like, what the hell? Like I looked at him and I was like, I closed the laptop, right? Like something's on in the kitchen or the living room. And I was like freaking out, and I was like, and so like I go out and I check, and y'all, the laptop was on. It was playing the Emmy video that we had last watched, but it was open. I closed the laptop. See, I just got goosebumps right now. That shit was freaking scary. I just freaking closed it and I like ran back to the room, and I was like, dude, I closed the laptop. Like, how is it open and playing right now? Ugh, I don't know. That was like the only thing that's ever really happened to me. But my baby dad, like, he's prone to like all that stuff. Like he talks about it, or talks about stories like that all the time. And like nothing like that's happened to me. So I was like telling him, I'm like, it's your fault because you bring all that shit in here. Because I don't talk about any of that. Like nothing supernatural like has happened to me, but that seriously scared the crap out of me. So now I am like a believer, but I try not to think about it too much because I don't want to invite all that stuff in. I don't know. I do want to know your guys' scary stories though. Tell me a really cool scary story down in the comments. And I'm feeling generous. And I might do like a little giveaway, like a cash prize or something, like 20 or 50 bucks. I don't know, something. We'll see. If you guys put out some cool stories out there, I'd love to read them. I want to hear all about your spooky stuff and what you guys are going to be for Halloween. I just gotta make these though. My daughter, she's gonna be the Grim Reaper. And my son is gonna be Spider-Man. Which is kind of a big deal, because he has to wear a mask. I don't know if you guys know, but my son has autism. And I was really worried that he wasn't gonna like something on his face like that. But he did, and he picked it out himself. And I was like, okay. So what do? We're doing it, you know? He's gonna be Spider-Man. But if you're a new subscriber, seriously, thank you for watching me and for even finding me remotely interesting, because I really just started this because I like to eat and I didn't really know where it was gonna go, but y'all have amazed me. I can't. I was crying the other day just seeing my counts go up on my last video. And it may have just been a stroke of luck and y'all aren't gonna like watch anything after that, but whatever, you know? It's kind of cool just seeing where it goes, but anyway, that was it. The Korean cheese dogs are to die. Anyway, that is it for today. I'll see you next time, and I can't wait to eat with you again. Bye.